Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude, and today, Capricorn, I'm going to do your mid-January tarot reading. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good first half of the month. Now, those are general readings. They will not resonate with everybody. Take what applies and discard the rest. If the message doesn't resonate, you may want to check your moon, Venus or rising sign. So what energies do I have for my Capricorn querents for the second half of January? So your first energy is card 38 and it's called To Be Fair. Now 38, when you add them, gives you 11, which then reduces to number 2, which is the energy of duality, polarity, but also making decisions and partnerships. To be fair, this card talks about judging a situation in all fairness. If you look at it, she's got the scales in her hands. It's looking at things in an open-minded but fair point of view. Just is the word that comes in. There's an energy of the Justice card in there. So yeah, it could also be karma being paid off. That's the kind of message I'm getting from this first card for you. I'm going to take out another energy from the Oracle, and it's this one. And you get number 5, orphaned. Number 5 is a number of change and challenges. The card orphaned means that you may feel disconnected. It doesn't mean literally that you're going to become an orphan, but it's a disconnect. You may feel like you're not on the same energy level as what's around you. You may have experienced a loss, which is why you're feeling lonely, maybe. Obviously, this is a general reading, so I'm going to channel different messages, and it depends on your circumstances, really. For some of you, it will be having experienced a loss, which came as a shock, and obviously has created a change in your life. For others, it's feeling that disconnect, feeling like you don't belong where you are or with the circle of people you have around you. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. I'm getting the energy of Dark Night of the Soul. You know, you really looking within yourself and having to do some shadow work. Maybe you're questioning why you lost something. We'll see. Okay, this one just jumped, so I'll treat it as a extra message. I put it here. I'll deal with it when I'm done shuffling. To clarify the messages for my Capricorn querents. Your first card is the 3 of Wands. Then you have the 2 of Wands, 9 of Coins, the Hierophant, middle of your spread, the Knight of Wands, 6 of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Wands, that's a lot of wand energy. Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy that you may not be aware of around you. Four of Coins. You also have an extra card that jumped out, so it wanted to be read, and that's the Page of Swords. Okay. Now, you have two pages on this spread, and I also notice the overwhelming amount of Wands energy, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of your spread is Wand energy, which I will get into in a minute. But this wanted to be read, so I'm going to deal with this first. Now, pages, they bear news and messages to you. They also indicate a change of direction, but the pages are less experienced than obviously the Knight, the Queens, or the Kings. So there is a level of a lack of experience coming with this. And often the Page of Swords brings bad news and delivers them harshly, because the swords are to do with the mental realm, so ideas, thoughts, truth, and communication. And so when the Page of Swords delivers some news, it can be harsh, it can cut like a sword. But it's necessary, it comes in your way for a reason. You needed to hear it, is what I'm hearing. So you may have had some kind of news or a difficult conversation with somebody that's made you feel like this card, the Orphaned card, made you feel disconnected, maybe wounded, like you've lost something. And yeah, I mean, this card is a card of decision, and you also have that kind of element of decision right here with the Two of Wands. So you've either received some news, that could be a phone call, that could be a text, a message, an email, whatever. It's a general reading. Or you've had a chat with someone, a conversation, and some truths were delivered, and it was not done sensitively, is what I'm trying to say. In the middle of the spread, you've got the Knight of Wands, so this is you at the moment. The Knights, as opposed to the Pages, they announce a forward movement. And this is the Knight of Wands. Now, as I said, you have an overwhelming number of wand cards on this spread. The Wands energy is fire energy, so it's fast energy. And it's everything to do with your urges, your passion, what ignites you, the spirit you have to get something done. Now, the Knight of Wands is someone who goes for it. Someone who goes on an adventure. It's not someone who's going to think about it too much. He's just going to follow his impulses. Now, obviously no gender, right? This is a general reading. This could be he or she. It's you representing the characteristic of this specific court card. And it could be you changing direction, following a different path, passionately, like, oh, that's it, I've decided, I'm just going to go in this direction. It's impulsive energy, is what I'm trying to say. So at the top of the spread, you have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Coins. So the 3 is the number of growth and expansion, and this is you. This is in the near past sector of your spread. This is you trying to create and manifest something. Now, it could be you trying to manifest a job, because wands can be associated to career, the desire to move up, building a business, that kind of thing. But it can also be a passionate relationship. It doesn't have to be a job. So it's you trying to create this, whatever you're after. And then the Two of Wands, right after, is the card of decision. And with the Two of Wands, basically the message is you can choose wand A or wand B. You're going to experience growth. It's just going to be a different type of journey. That's all it is. But you have to make the decision. And then after that you've got the 9 of coins, and the 9 is the number of achievement. Coins is to do with the physical realm, so home life, work life, job, careers. And this is the card of financial independence, standing on your own 2 feet, having worked hard and being able to sustain yourself. And so, you know, this is you trying to create something, making a decision in order to be in the 9 of coins energy, which is that strong, I stand on my own 2 feet, I don't need people, I'm perfectly fine, I can provide for myself, I'm happy, I'm proud of what I achieved, that kind of thing. So that was in the past. So in my mind, the message I'm getting is you set off to create something to make yourself abundant, financially independent. This is the energy that I'm getting. But you do have the 4 of coins as your underlying energy. Now 4 is the number of stability and strong foundation. So this can talk about having on your mind the financial stability that you need. But it can also talk about fearing to lose it. So the card also warns about not holding on too tight, because when we hold on too tight to something specifically, or an outcome or somebody, it has a tendency to escape us. So there is that energy with the 4 of coins of stability, but at the same time, for some of you, not all of you, may be holding on too tight, so not being so attached to it would be a good thing to do. In the present line, you've got the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. The Hierophant is a major arcana. So it's an important card. It's something that's going to affect your life path. It's going to make you grow in all sorts of ways, emotionally, spiritually, and so on. The Hierophant represents many things. It can represent traditions, it can represent big organization, a mentor, a counselor, someone who has wisdom and can impart it on you, a teacher. It can also represent a committed relationship such as marriage, because it's traditions. And so you've got this card followed by the Knight of Wands, who I told you is someone who's just going to go for it, move forward, go on a new adventure. And then the 6 of Swords. Now 6 is the number of harmony after having overcome some kind of a challenge. And taking with you the lessons that you've learned. It's a beautiful card, I love it, because it's a positive card, you're putting the past behind you and you're moving forward towards something better for you. So I think that either someone told you, you know, gave you some pearls of wisdom is what I'm hearing. Or you've had a personal enlightenment, or your spirit team, your angels, God, the divine, whatever you believe in, gave you messages that led you to this spiritual revelation, and that got you to go into a different direction, leaving behind what you were working on, and going forward towards something that you believe will be better for you, having learned from this experience. And it may well be that you've realized you don't want to be on your own anymore, because the 9 of coins, to me, obviously I know it's got a level of independence in it, and I normally don't focus on it that much, but today in this reading I'm getting the vibe of the strong independence and wanting to do things on your own. And I believe for some of you, not all of you, that you may have come to the realization that this is not what you want anymore. That now you know you can do it on your own. You're ready for something else. You're fed up of the disconnect. You see that orphaned card. You then have the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. So again, more Wands energy, so it's all about passions. And the King of Wands is the master of the suit, so someone who's mastered it. So we're talking about someone, male or female, who is a go-getter, who's very charismatic, fire energy. He will take calculated risks, because he knows how far he can push himself. It's not someone who's going to let an opportunity go past him or her, basically. Then you've got the Page of Wands. So this is some news coming your way. Again, it can be really exciting news, or it could be a change of direction. As I indicated before, the pages can either represent a message or indicate a change of direction. And then you have the Eight of Swords. Now, 8 is, generally speaking, a number of advancement, but the Swords is to do with the mental realms. And when you reach the 8 in the Swords of Suits, we're talking about you being up in your head so much, having analyzed so much, that you have erected some psychological barriers. It can also talk about the need to control everything. You know, to be in control of everything, which obviously we can't be in control of everything. So you may have had an offer coming your way from this King of Wands in your environment, once again, male or female, and that's put you all up in your head because you can't control this. This is a passionate change of direction, something very exciting, and you can't, you're just up in your head, you're resisting it, for some reason you don't want to hear about it, is what I'm getting, because I am getting the Eight of Swords as an echo of this orphaned. You're not feeling connected to it. You're not feeling ready for this, because the Eight of Swords is right under the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is moving away, having learned the lessons, but it's going to take time. You're not there yet. You're still sat in this energy of not wanting to take a risk, because the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, they talk about excitement and really going for it, fast energy, and you're kind of resisting it, which is the energy I was getting with the Four of Coins as well, when I said to you the Four of Coins represents stability in your physical world. But there's also an aspect, in the shadow aspect of the card, it talks about holding on too tight. And when we hold on too tight, it really can affect the outcome. So you need to look at things from a very just and detached point of view, is what I'm trying to say. Because there is some excitement coming your way, and you're evidently going to have to make a decision, because you do show up as the Knight of Wands in the middle of your spread, which is, you know, someone who's really going to go for it, but at the same time you've got that Eight of Swords energy, and as I said to you, the balance, the decision that you're going to have to make, you need to think about that. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Swords for you. The Lovers, decision. You see, decision with the Two of Wands, weighing up your options here, and this is the big card in the major arcana of decisions. Number 6 is number of harmony. Once you've overcome the challenge of making up your mind and listening to your heart, you need to make a decision. And this decision is going to have an effect on your life path. This is a more permanent type of energy, which is why you're all up in your head. You're resisting it. Clarify the Lovers. The World, again, major arcana. This is a big decision. This is an important moment in your life. So the World talks about the end of a cycle, completion, and successfully going through the portal, through the gate, having learned all of the lessons that you needed to. So the cards are saying to you that there is no need to be up in your head, because if you look at here, you've learned to fend for yourself, as in you can provide for yourself, you can think on and stand on your own 2 feet. You've learned the lessons, you're moving forward with them. And instead of being in this energy of being all up in your head because you feel right within yourself that you've got to make this decision, the World card is there to tell you you've learned everything you needed to learn. This is the end of a cycle. Let it go. You're victorious. You don't need to worry about this. The World card can also indicate other countries, far away. So you may get an offer from a King of Wands from far away, which is maybe why you are all up in your head, because you're thinking, I can't go this far. I don't want to leave familiarity, which is why you're aware this is such a big decision with the Lovers card. You're aware of that this is going to have an impact on your life. It's such a huge one. I mean, changing countries, that's a special message for some of you. Changing countries is a very big thing. Not something to be taken lightly. Believe me, I've done it twice, talking from experience here. And it can be terrifying, and it can trigger you, and you need to be in control of everything, and it's a big challenge because you can't control everything. So yes, it's a big decision, but the cards are saying that this will be the wrapping up of a cycle, so you can start afresh. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful end of the month, and I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.